Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Madden 18 Ultimate Team, and I'm opening a couple more packs to begin today's episode as Kenyon Barner. That's not too exciting, but hey, 2 golds. Both about as low as they get. You know, I might just roll the dice on this Team of the Week pack. I like Team of the Week cards. It's my favorite promotion, and I'll see if I can pull anything good. Couple silvers off the bat, waiting for the good stuff, I hope. We get Dexter McCoy, the big 6'4 safety from the LA Chargers. Probably not going to use him, though. Come on, hide an elite in here. Nope, Sly Williams and Trent Brown. So, not the greatest pulls here. Maybe just one more pack. This is not the Team of the Week pack, just a regular gold player pack. I had good pack luck last episode. And Corey Robinson along with Nick Boyle. I'm also going to take some of these non-auctionable cards and these other golds I don't feel like using right now, and I'm going to get a random elite player. What? I couldn't add those? Okay, I have to find 2 more golds to throw in here then. Okay, got them all added. Let's see what I can get today. I wouldn't mind a quarterback here to move on from Dan Marino. I'll get Allen Hurns instead, though, and I kind of like this pull for me. I'll have to compare him to my Mohamed Sanu, and I might prefer Hurns. I think Sanu's an 81, and he has better catching, better spec catch, a little bit better route running, so the Sanu is a better card. The Hurns is not far behind. I'd like to get a more mobile quarterback, but look at the comparison here. Like, yeah, Smith is way faster, but Marino has the edge in every important throwing department except for throw on the run. So I'm not sure what quarterback I want to upgrade with right now. I don't think it's going to be Sam Bradford. His mobility is really not much better than Marino's, and Marino is still a better all-around passer. So leave any suggestions you have down in the comments for quarterbacks I should get for the team. I'm going to make the move here, though, and I'm going to get the CJ Prosise. I'm a big CJ Prosise fan, and I want to get this running back upgrade. Here we go. I'm tempted to make some other moves as well, like adding Hassan Reddick would be a nice pair with Jatavis Brown. Then I could sell my Danny Trevathan. I also thought about getting the Christian McCaffrey card, even though I just got CJ Prosise. There's the Vernon Hargreaves. I gotta step away from the cards right now and just get back to playing some games here. So here's an updated look at how the team looks. We add in the Allen Hurns today, along with the CJ Prosise. Otherwise, not much changing here. Think I'm running out of time as well for that Kellen Winslow upgrade, although I like my tight end situation. Don't really need another one. That Zach Ertz has been one of my favorite cards on the team. And let's get into some seasons. Norman, Mo Wilkerson, and the power-up champ Bailey. So it might be a pretty even matchup here as we get underway with another Mutt Seasons game. This is my season opener. And thank you for all the great feedback on the last episode. I know the gameplay wasn't always great, but many of you liked a lot of the tips that I was talking about in the gameplay. Well, hopefully I can put some of those tips to use and get a victory today. As we have our Armadillo uniforms on, I still have to work on getting some of the other non-NFL uniforms. A lot of solo challenges I want to get around to this week. I want to do the predictor ones and try to get some extra coins by predicting the actual NFL results. And I'm also going to do the Team of the Week ones, see if I can get lucky on any of those cards, although I'm not sure if they allow you to get anything higher than gold. I'd assume so. But regardless, I'll do some solos and rebuild my coins a bit. They definitely took a hit today. I knew I wanted to only spend like 10-20%, but kind of went away from that as I went from like 150 something to 100. So I have CJ Prosise in here. Definitely want to get him the football in space. Here we go, wide open. Let's just go out of bounds. And I'm not sure when this video is going up. It might be on Thursday. But this is my first game of Madden since the new patch. So if you haven't gotten on the game, there is the first title update. The first one since the day 1 patch, I guess. It addresses things like pass rush, zone coverage, that weird glitch with the coach on the field. A couple other things. You can find some patch notes online. But hopefully, you know, the game is in some better shape now. And the zone coverage, I hope, is better. Pass rush is supposed to be improved. I just want to see if the measures were enough. I still have Kenny Stills in the slot because that's kind of the role I want my slot guy to have, being that fast guy. Wow. That was some incredible pressure, and I didn't even see the aggressive modifier come up, so perhaps that was just a good pass rush. I know a lot of people have had success rushing with the contain on the outside, and that was a contain call. But I like Stills as my fast guy in the slot. Alan Hearns will not be in that role for me. Let's have Johnson do a comeback on the outside, one of my favorites in isolated coverage. And jumped, intercepted. Wow, with the off coverage there, I love going to the comeback, but he was just able to read and jump. And it's going to be a counter on first down, and there's nowhere to go. Gio Bernard is the tailback. As far as blitzing goes, I primarily like to blitz on third down, and I try to blitz when I don't think they're going to attack the flats because many of the blitzes will leave the flats wide open. So like 1st and 10, if you blitz, you know, going to the flats, getting whatever you can is pretty much a safe move all around. Nice run there. 3rd and short, I do like to blitz to defend the run, but the blitz doesn't work for us here. First down, Gio. Got to be careful when they go tight end heavy. Make sure you have enough defenders on the line of scrimmage for those outside runs. But instead here, Gio just goes right up the middle for 8. And we'll try to get aggressive here. They're going to put Gio out at receiver now at the empty look. And hit the quick pass to Kellen Winslow to the 3. Definitely an ugly start. First down, or 2nd and 2 rather. There we go. We can stop Gio. Good stop there. Watching for this slant here with Gio. That's a call I like to do when they go shotgun empty. Oh, it's an out route. And it's intercepted by Champ Bailey. Oh, man, that was lucky. And Champ will sprint into opposing territory. Come on, Bailey. He's got it. Champ Bailey is gone. That is a huge pick 6. I know one thing addressed in this patch was defenders breaking on the ball in the air. Not sure if it was the reason for these 2 interceptions, but the defenders were able to do a good job breaking on the football and take advantage of some bad decisions. So beware. Nice to get bailed out like that. That was pretty cool. So we're going to come out, play some man-to-man here. Just watch the open side of the defense. And wow, this is actually tremendous. He can't run for it. This was man coverage. I did nothing special with my call here. No hot routes, nothing special. Intercepted Danny Trevathan. All right, let's get some power running here. Not worried about that free safety entering the box. And we're going to run it through the middle with Procise. He was not ready for the power run. That was the wrong defense to be in. I got to go back and watch the tape on that last play on defense, though. I wonder why we had a spy there. Was it because the back stayed in? And it didn't result in a blitz, though. That's what I liked, that it was a lot more conservative and it didn't allow Luck to run. Like, I love how that was played. It was perfect. Not sure how much man coverage I can get away with, but sure trying it again here. Oh, man, I mistimed it as Gio didn't get through the line quickly. Nice run. I'm not used to seeing my opponents power run like this against me, so a little bit of adapting I have to do. Gio gets the first down. Not sure why he's using Gio in this capacity necessarily. One thing I should have said, though, like, I don't mind blitzing on first down, but I don't like zone blitzing on first. I like doing man blitzes, so I make sure that everyone has someone accounted for them. And I can still have blitzes like this, which are primarily used to defend the run. I use those a ton in my Chargers franchise, for instance. I save zone blitzing for long yardage, third down stuff when I want to get some pressure. But again, you have to realize that when you blitz, there are going to be vulnerabilities, and you want to try limiting where you're going to be susceptible to being beat. Here we have Andrew Luck. Oh, that was poorly played. Jatavis. I want to see man coverage be more viable online. I'm calling it again here. Swing short. That was the scared decision, one I make often. 4th down and 7 now. This is a perfect area where I like to call these zone blitzes. I'm not worried about the flats. If you're worried about the flats on 4th and 7, I just don't think that's going to be your first option. And got it! Very close. Gio's going to get the first down. But that's the kind of pressure I want to put on my opponents. Can't look to the flats first. We're going to get 5 at least going after you. And I forced my opponent to make a really good play to beat the coverage. So he did. Pinch the line here. Watch the inside run. Got it! Danny Trevathan. Now I'm worried about clock management a little bit, so I use a timeout. There's no way he's getting a first down from here, so I can easily call timeouts and not really worry about him being able to use that against me. I just want to make sure I have time to answer if he scores or whatever the situation is. Wow, what a hit by Reggie White. Just going to go man up 3 deep here. I want at least 1 defender on every receiver. And it's going to be a screen pass for Gio. That is close. Wow. I'm going to call a timeout, though. But look at that. That was terrible by me. That's probably the best thing you could call in that situation if you're my opponent. And I should have used the linebacker in that spot instead of worried about the safety. With Gio Bernard in the game, I am 100% thinking this is going to be a toss to the right side. And maybe it'll be to the left. It is a toss now to the left side. Got it, Danny Trevathan! Let's go! That was huge. Now, in this situation, I'm not really focused on getting points. I'm backed up at my own 3. So after this run, I'm going to call chew clock. I'm assuming my opponent is not going to be that alert to, call a timeout. So I'll shave some seconds off the clock and ensure he won't get the football again in this half, or at least won't have a good opportunity with it if he does. So it's kind of backwards there. I save myself time just to waste it here, but this is not a situation where I really want to utilize that time I saved. If my opponent scored a touchdown and I would have had, say, a kickoff return instead, then I definitely would have used my time, but I didn't expect to take over at the 3-yard line. Just going to send all the receivers deep. I don't know what kind of coverage he's going to play here. But here we go. Get it out quick. Zach Ertz. And he will use a timeout, but I can just end this half basically with a punt. Kick is off cleanly, and that's going to eat up the rest of the time. It didn't go out of bounds, though, like I wanted to. Still, 14-0 going into the second half. I'm pretty happy with that. Just going to open here and cover 3, my favorite base defense. Motioning Gio Bernard, though. I'm going to watch the... couldn't get to the linebacker I wanted. Nice call at the screen. I like that. Gain of 10. And a screen call here again. Gio going to have more room to run. And he'll get about 10 more. And a little play action now with 3 tight ends in the ball game. Rolling with luck. And an ugly throw, but an effective one. First down. I'd like to blitz in this situation, but I'm not going to right now. Not sure why I have a spy on there. That should not be a thing. And, oh, fake end around, running into Reggie White. I like that play. I've seen that screen now to Gio, though, so many times that I'm going to be locked on to that for the rest of the game. Inside zone would be a great call here. It's going to be a screen and a sack. We were ready for the screen anyway. If you're going to be predictable, the last thing you want to be predictable doing in Madden is calling screens. They are very easy to jump when a player is looking for it. And that's why I like to rarely call it or seldomly call it. And we've already seen this play before. This is the Steelers halfback screen. And it's not going to be open. Smart play with the sideline there. Instead, finding Gronk. Actually, that was a fake screen. That was a good call right there. I did not expect that. No blitz this time. Just going to trust my pass rushers. And can't trust the deep coverage. Unreal. How do you let Kellen Winslow burn you like that? Cover 3 gets torched. It's actually been when I get my opponent into bad situations is when he's making his best plays. So I got to step up my defense there. It's only a 7-point game. I do like running against this look when they have the double-A gap with the linebackers. And can't get outside on this. Procise gets 1. Playing a bit safe here on offense, and hopefully it doesn't cost us too bad. Procise goes to the bench now, actually getting a running back substitution in Ultimate Team. Hit the flats. Don't go out of bounds, though. Come on, Zach Ertz. Just make the catch and get upfield. And it's going to be that fake end around again. I kind of like that. You can run with luck if you want to, and you have that little dump off. Not sure if we'll go back to the screen here, but I was thinking about it. Got it underneath. Nice little play. From the pistol now, trying to run the stretch, but bring it back to the inside, and Gio gets stuffed. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Get in press coverage here to disrupt some of the timing. It's a speed-oriented offense. Take away Gronk in time, but Luck is able to escape the pocket and get down. New set of downs to begin the 4th quarter. My defense has not been great in this game, and I can't cover Gio very effectively here. I'm still worried about those screen passes and the inside zone as well. Gio has basically been what this offense runs through. And Gio up the middle gets the 1st down again. That's a gain of 5 yards. Now, if I were my opponent, I'd feel pretty confident in my offense, and I might be confident enough to go for 2 if I score a touchdown. So I want to keep that in mind, as he's going to get too greedy. Intercepted to Sean Gibson. He had an open receiver on the outside there. That wheel route by the receiver, that was going to be money. I don't mind playing a pretty vanilla defense and just making my opponent use a lot of plays. Eventually, you know, they're going to make a mistake as Procise keeps his footing. There we go, CJ. Nice move, Procise. Come on, get going. Let this be a touchdown, please. CJ Procise, 87 yards. It's so good to have him back in Madden for me. I let him go in my Chargers franchise after trading for him. And it's a 21-7 ball game now. A lot more comfortable for me, as Andrew Luck might want to bail out here. Going to take away that option. Past the line of scrimmage. Nice one. We will bring a little blitz now. It's 4 verts. And Gronk is the one that gets open. Can we call Tampa 2 yet? Not sure. Splitting the safeties has been pretty easy so far in Madden 18. There's Gio getting involved again. On the 1st down, Luck again to the middle. Gibson can't do the hit stick, and then we get one from Champ Bailey. This game is certainly not over yet. 1st down and 10. Watch in the middle. And, oh, I wish Brian Poole wasn't playing so shallow there. Let's have everybody play a little bit shorter now. And it's going to be a run by Gio, and that is going to be a touchdown, making it a 1-score game. Little squib kick now, and that's going to be picked up by Gronk, and I'm just going to go down. Don't want to take any hit sticks there. If you want to just go down and protect yourself, just hold both triggers and hit square on PlayStation. I'm assuming it's X on the Xbox. But that way you can not take unnecessary contact, because hit sticks are very powerful in this game. Just want to run clock, make my opponent use his timeouts. And, oh, why'd you get stuck there, Procise? Why couldn't you just, that should have been a touchdown right there. Bringing the safety down here. We're going play action. And we're going to roll out and just dump this off to Zach Ertz. And, again, just go down. I also went into my coach adjustments and turned the ball carrier tendency to conservative, so I have less risk of a fumble. And I'll run this up the middle. Procise, 42. No timeouts left for my opponent. Remember, in MUT, you have 30-second play clock, so I can't take this down to 6 seconds, but I can take it down quite a bit. Let's give it to CJ Procise, and this time a good play by my opponent, and we will take the clock down as much as we can. 3rd in the game on the line. Here we go for the win. Wow, good blitz. I could have probably hit Ertz there. I wasn't counting on the rush that quick. So my opponent will have a few seconds remaining. Wish I could see, the reticle a little bit better. Hopefully this is a decent punt. Hopefully I have some good hang time. So my opponent will have a couple plays to work with. This will go inside the 10, take a bounce for me, and roll all the way down to the 2-yard line. So here we go. This will be the game's last play. A run with Bernard, and that is going to do it. Not going to get to the line in time. 21-14 is your final. I didn't play a great game. I just made a little bit less mistakes than my opponent did. That Champ Bailey pick six really turned around the first half for us. And then getting those big CJ Procise runs. I didn't pass the ball well at all today. I hardly even threw the football. I had most of my yards on the ground with Procise, which is how I prefer it to be. So, at least I got the victory. That's all that I care about. Yep, just passed for 27 yards in this game. That is all. Andrew Luck did well against us, but his 3 incompletions were all intercepted. And my opponent did not run the ball very well, whereas we did extremely well. And here was the play of the game. CJ Procise taking it outside. It looks like this play is over. But Champ Bailey gets run over by Procise. Wilkerson can't bring him down. Little stumble recovery. Got to outrun a defensive lineman. No problem there. And a juke. A little bit of everything there. The total package from CJ Procise. That is going to do it for this episode, everybody. I kind of like getting these little 500 coin players. You never know what you're going to get. It's only 500 coins. Oh well, maybe next time I'll get an elite. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Madden 18 Ultimate Team. Please leave your feedback down below in the comment section. And let me know who you want to see me add as my quarterback next episode. I'd like to make a change. I don't want to stick with this Dan Marino, or the Chad Johnson for that matter, but they're just the highest rated players I have at those positions. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any upcoming content. And I'll see you all next time. Have a great day.